On a warm, golden morning, sunlight filled every corner of the Hale mansion, every corner except little Lily's room. While the world outside stirred with life, her bedroom lay eerily still. Pale and weakening each day, she slept as though something unseen was quietly draining her strength. If you believe in compassion, hope, and second chances, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more stories. Let's begin. Sunlight warmed every corridor of the Hale mansion, filling polished floors with morning gold. But Lily Hale's bedroom remained strangely dim. Even with the curtains open, the room felt cold, still, and untouched, as if the light itself refused to enter. 8-year-old Lily lay curled beneath blankets, her breath shallow and her skin pale. Once full of laughter, she now drifted in and out of exhaustion, fading more each day. Jonathan Hale, one of the country's most influential businessmen, had spent fortunes trying to save her. Doctors came. Specialists studied charts. Machines hummed and blinked, yet nothing explained her decline. Since losing his wife during childbirth, Jonathan had buried himself in work, believing problems could be solved if he simply pushed harder. But nothing he did brought Lily back. Then Emma Sterling arrived. Quiet, gentle, steady. She felt like warmth returning to a wintered home. Lily reached for her on the first day, a soft gesture that stunned Jonathan. It was the first sign of hope in months. Emma moved in immediately, ready to do anything for the fragile child she had just met. But within days, she noticed something strange. Lily didn't get worse everywhere, only in her bedroom. Emma kept careful watch. She saw how Lily brightened in the garden, how her cheeks colored when she sat near open windows, how she slept more peacefully in the guest room. But the moment she returned to her own bedroom, her breathing weakened, her energy drained, and her small hands trembled at night. Emma tried everything, changing linens, cleaning thoroughly, checking vents, removing toys and plants. Nothing helped. The room carried a heaviness she couldn't name, a quiet dread that seemed woven into the air itself. Lily often woke trembling, eyes wide with fear she couldn't explain. Jonathan saw Emma working tirelessly and felt both gratitude and guilt. He had been so consumed by grief that he had failed to truly look at Lily, to see what she needed rather than what he could buy. Emma, with no medical training, had already noticed more than experts had. One afternoon, after Lily drifted into another uneasy sleep, Emma felt a strange pull toward the bed. Something beneath it bothered her, something she hadn't checked yet. She knelt, lifted the bed skirt, and froze. A wooden chest sat deep in the shadows. The chest was old, cracked, and coated in dust. It didn't belong in a child's room, nor anywhere in a modern mansion. Emma pulled it out slowly, a faint chill running through her fingers. When she opened the lid, the air seemed to tighten. Inside were unsettling items. A faded photograph of a stern-faced woman. A rusted locket engraved with initials. Bundles of dried herbs tied with fraying string. An old rosary. Scraps of parchment covered with strange symbols. Emma's heartbeat quickened. These were ritual objects, deliberate, purposeful, and deeply out of place. Footsteps stopped behind her. Jonathan stood in the doorway, eyes widening when he saw the photograph. "That's Lily's grandmother," he whispered. "My mother-in-law." He explained with difficulty. After his wife died, her mother, Ellen, had tried to place protective charms around the baby, convinced unseen forces might harm her. Jonathan, grieving and overwhelmed, had dismissed them all as superstition and ordered everything removed long ago. But the items in this chest were not the same ones Ellen once used. These symbols were darker, twisted, wrong. Someone had taken old rituals and reshaped them into something harmful and placed them under Lily's bed. Emma pushed the chest fully into the light. Across the hall, Lily stirred. Her breathing deepened. Color returned to her cheeks. Jonathan's voice broke. It wasn't an illness, it was this. Emma refused to let Lily sleep in that room another minute. She carried her to a guest room, where the child finally slept peacefully. No trembling, no gasping, just quiet rest. Jonathan watched her from the doorway, overwhelmed with relief and crushing guilt. He had searched for answers everywhere except the one place that mattered. Over the next days, Lily improved quickly. She walked in the garden again. She painted bright colors. She laughed softly when Emma braided her hair. Jonathan joined them slowly, unsure at first, then grateful as Lily reached for him more each day. He began reading to her, sitting beside her during meals, rediscovering the father he had forgotten how to be. Emma, without trying, brought warmth back into the house. She noticed things no one else had seen. She listened the way no specialist ever had. Jonathan found himself relying on her calm presence, her intuition, her quiet strength. The chest was removed and sealed away. Jonathan didn't seek answers about who placed it under the bed. Some truths weren't worth reopening. What mattered was that Lily was healing. Lily blossomed in the following weeks. She played with her toys again, colored pictures of gardens, and fell asleep each night without fear. The darkness that once clung to her bedroom no longer touched her. The house, once weighed down by grief, felt alive again. One warm afternoon, Jonathan found Lily curled beside Emma on the sofa, listening to a story read aloud. Sunlight filled the room, the same sunlight that refused to enter Lily's old bedroom. Jonathan stopped, realizing just how much had changed because Emma cared enough to notice the details others overlooked. He stepped closer, emotion tightening in his throat. "Emma," he said softly, "thank you for saving her, for seeing what I missed." Emma smiled gently. She just needed someone to pay attention. But Jonathan knew the truth ran deeper. Emma hadn't only healed Lily, she had healed a home frozen by grief. Lily reached for both of their hands, pulling them close. The mansion finally felt warm again, full of breath, full of life. And Jonathan understood something he had forgotten long ago. Healing doesn't begin with answers. It begins with someone who cares enough to look. Thanks for being here. Like and subscribe to keep more unforgettable stories coming.